Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. Here we are going to discuss 5G system architecture, and 5G systems also called as 5Gs. It consists like 5G access network, that is, and then 5G core network and the UE. Now further 5G access networks can be comprising an NGNet and non 3GPP access network, which is going to be connected via or you can say to the 5G core. And NGN is kind of 3GPP radio access network that is connected to 5G network. So here, like that's why like we called it as kind of access agnostic. Okay. So here we have standard 5G UEs which are connected over the air interface, that is 5G UU to the NGN, and this is our 3GPP access. Okay. Now you can also see like uh, UE connected over untrusted non-3GPP access like enterprise Wi-Fi via the NWU interface. This traffic is security kind of securely tunneled into the core via N3 IWF, that is non-3GPP interworking function. This means like we can provide a unified core network experience regardless of how the user attaches. Now we have control plane and user plane separation. So here like this is kind of the control plane, and on the bottom line it is the user plane. Okay, so this separation is kind of very useful. So it means like we can scale out our signaling infra, you can say control plane, separately from our data throughput infra like user plane. If you are deploying a high bandwidth use case, you scale the user plane. If you are deploying massive IoT with a lot of signalings, then you can scale the control plane. Now we have that service-based architecture as well. Now you can see that dashed line. This is actually labeled as SBA bus. In 5G, we have moved away from point-to-point telecom protocols like diameter or GTPC for control plane signaling. Here like we are using the SB architecture, and these functions these network functions are essentially microservices that are communicating over an HTTP or RESTful API bus. They act as a service producer and the service consumers. Okay, suppose you are having AMF, that is access and mobility management function. This is the single entry point for UE connection. It handles registration, reachability, and mobility. Then we have SMF, that is session management function. It manages PD session, allocate IP addresses, and control the user plane. Then we have UDM, UDR, UDSF. Okay, this is for like a unified data management or data repository. Like it is our centralized database, subscriber database, and the state storage. And you can say like these are decoupled. Okay, so that like front end network functions are completely stateless, so that they can scale out horizontally in the Kubernetes cluster. Then we have NRF, that is network repository function. You can think as a service registry. It is in a like dynamic cloud environment where containers spins up and down. NF may query the NRF to discover the IP addresses and available services of other NFs. Then we have NEF as well and SEP. So these are here NEF is kind of act as a secure API gateway. So it is exposing 5G capabilities to the third-party apps. We have SEP. It is kind of act as a security as proxy for interconnecting with roaming partners. Finally, we have on the bottom side we have UPF. that is user plane function. Here, like SMF is the control plane that establishes the rules and send them down to the UPF. And here, like UPF does all the heavy lifting. So it does the packet routing, forwarding, QoS informants, and acting as an anchor point to the external data network. Whether that data network could be the public internet or an enterprise internet, okay, or it could be some edge computing platform as well. So this is all from this 5G system architecture. See you in the next slide.